and then your friend grabs the rules and decides to read them out loud, word for word. I mean, don't you hate it when people do that? You want to get to the fun, but then there's this boring lecture on how to get there before you even started. Well, that's how an exposition dump can feel in a film. An exposition dump, also known as laying pipe, is when you read out all of the rules of the story with zero elements of fun. A way to remove exposition dumps is to utilize the Pope in the Pool technique. The Pope in the Pool gets its name from the movie The Plot to Kill the Pope. In this film, spies visit the Vatican and inform the Pope that someone is plotting to kill him. It's a textbook exposition dump. But instead of setting the scene in an office or some kind of precinct, the writer sets this scene in the Vatican's pool. What this means is, while this is happening, the audience is thinking, I didn't know the Vatican had a pool. I didn't know the Pope could swim. Hang on, is the Pope wearing a Speedo? And before you know it, you've learned the rules of the game because you were entertained while it happened. So that's the technique. If you're gonna tell us the rules of a board game, add an extra element that can keep us entertained, trick us into listening. There are great examples of the Pope in the Pool in film. For example, The Big Short uses Margot Robbie in a bubble bath to explain very boring politics.
Wall Street loves to use confusing terms to make you think only they can do what they do. Or even better, for you just to leave them the fuck alone. So here's Margot Robbie in a bubble bath to explain.
Basically, Louis Ranieri's mortgage bonds were amazingly profitable for the big banks. They made billions and billions on their 2% fee they got for selling each of these bonds. But then they started running out of mortgages to put in them. After all, there are only so many homes and so many people with good enough jobs to buy them, right? So the banks started filling these bonds with riskier and riskier mortgages. Thank you, Banjo. That way, they can keep that profit machine churning, right? By the way, these risky mortgages are called subprime. So whenever you hear subprime, think shit. Our friend Michael Burry found out that these mortgage bonds that were supposedly 65% AAA were actually just mostly full of shit. So now he's going to short the bonds, which means to bet against. Got it? Okay. Now fuck off.
For a creator, it can be something as simple as making sure something else is happening while you're giving information. Logan does this all the time. For instance, it can be while he's expressing his motivation, he has his entourage encourage him.
Logan, I actually watched most of it.
Do you hear that? There's something special happening. And while you can't admit it, Pokemon is fucking huge. Logan for president! Yeah! No, but seriously.
Honestly,
no, listen. Did you guys see the reactions of the people whose cards we pulled? Or Dan Fleischman and Steve Aoki when we pulled the Chansey? Did you see the fucking German guy who pulled the Charizard? And when Vinny from the Maverick Club on set, we pulled the Blastoise. It's a Blastoise! Let's go! There's something special here, so I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna buy every single first edition box on the planet.
Yeah! Is that financially right?
I'm selling my house.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew that was coming. I knew it.
I'm selling my house for Pokemon cards. Hey, but I'm serious, guys. I'm gonna buy every box on the planet and put on the biggest events of the year to the day that I die. Okay. Oh, fucking cheer! So what it's called is Pope in the Pool. You talk about you talk about your exposition, your important thing, the information that you need to convey, while entertaining. So while I'm saying like important things that contribute to a storyline, my friends are here making jokes and keeping people intrigued. Simple storytelling.
As the editor, this doesn't mean throwing random B-roll and fun music and calling it a day. Your Pope in the Pool should have an extra element. It should be something else that you can bring attention to while giving exposition. In another video me and Logan did, he was giving exposition on pranking Mike. So while he was dropping that info, I also cut in moments of the prior conversation.
Alright! In the next 24 hours, I'm gonna make my best friend Mike the happiest he's ever been in the entire world. And then I'm gonna crush that happiness into a million pieces, literally.
right, so if you guys follow Mike, you'd know that there's been one thing that he will not stop talking about.
I have to have it right now, dude.
Yeah, that's right. He ordered an $1,100 industrial grade slushy machine. Except I talked to him yesterday, and apparently he's run into a massive problem.
The machine's held up in customs, man. It's not gonna be here until August 16th when we have all the slushy mix.
Yeah, so they accidentally sent like 7 gallons of slushy mix, but no slushy machine for another 3 weeks?
It's like having a bunch of condoms but no dick.
Yeah, I feel that.
I knew Mike couldn't wait that long, so I went ahead and bought him the same exact slushy machine as a backup, and mine happened to arrive this morning.
I was splitting up the exposition with something entertaining. And by the way, this technique is also really effective for ad reads. It can be as simple as having someone complete a challenge while you give the ad information. Mr. Beast does this all the time.
Me and the boys have been wearing some brand new designs, which you can now buy on our new store, MrBeast.store. 3, 2, 1! We switched from shopmrbeast.com, which was very long, move over, to MrBeast.store. Oh my God! No way! Oh, we just about died. I'm gonna show you how to just hit a full strike. Easy. Okay. All right, here comes the strike, baby.
A .store domain is the perfect choice for anyone looking to sell anything online.
That was the worst throw yet.
That was the best throw yet!
That was awesome. If you're looking to set up a store, it should be a .store domain.
So your customers clearly know that your website is a store.
This is Carl's car.
Unlike .com, MrBeast.store tells the world that the website is my store.
Oh.
Don't forget to head to MrBeast.store and buy our brand new merch right now.
So that's the Pope in the pool. Don't just read the rules of the board game, entertain us at the same time.